Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of the FireStorm podcast. What is this? Not an album review again. That's totally crazy.
We're on a fucking roll, dog.
We haven't. This has been a long. Well, it's been a long time since we've even done anything like this. It's unfathomable. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like it's been a year since the last time we did predictions about WrestleMania.
I know, it's like a whole year, guys. What the
Holy
fuck?
shit.
Imagine that. Crazy. So, we are drawing nearer, ever so nearer to WrestleMania and to myself flying over to America and us meeting in person. And,
I did the math just briefly because I did the math in my head, but exactly 5 days from right now. So about 120 hours from the exact time we're recording this, we will probably have made it back home from the airport. So,
there you go.
We're on a countdown. Or
that's some fucking maths right there. That's crazy. That's
5 days from exactly right now.
Fuck, that's nuts to think about for me, because like I'm gonna be like flying for like 24 hours, like more than 24 hours. Like my flights to Doha and then to Washington are like super fucking long. So I'm not keen for that part, but the fact that it's 5 days away exactly, but American time zone wise, that's nuts. Shit.
Yep.
Boys,
I mean, the time is the
It's-
same. The time is the same regardless. Like, it's exactly 120 hours from right now. Because, like, we are, like, there's no fucking time paradox happening. Like, we are talking to each other at the same time. But it's just, like, you're gonna get you're just gonna have your time zones fucked.
Exactly.
Starting
My
Tuesday.
brain will be mush.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I'll survive.
I have you can always use the calendar. You're gonna see it's in my office. I don't really use it, but my parents for Christmas got me a 2024 calendar. It's called a fucking 2024 calendar, and it's just like a tear-off calendar, and it just has like expressions, like kind of like motivational expressions that all have swear words in them. My mom got it.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, that's my jam. That's my vibe right there. That's awesome.
I was like, oh, thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
You know me so well.
Encouraging my negative habits. Of
You know me
swearing
so
too
well,
much.
Mom.
Wow, thank you,
Yeah.
Mother. Appreciate it.
So then when you get here, it'll be like, it's April 3rd. It's April 3rd, and it's gonna say some weird expression. What was today's? Hold on, I'm gonna find it out. Let's see. March 29th is shit.
Shit.
Onward and fucking upward. That's the expression for today.
That's alright. Onward and fucking upward to the States. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, exactly.
Lit, lads. That's lit. That's such a good gift. Alright, sure.
Yeah.
So
This shit is bananas. All right, that's enough.
My thought process behind this was like, hey, I like, at least myself, I like doing interesting things for every 10th episode of the podcast, and I thought, let's try and fill up the space between what we had to episode 80, so then we can make episode 80 the in-person podcast. We'll only do one. Probably near the end of the trip, we'll do one big in-person podcast.
Unless we do
talking
one with Ion, which I'm still trying to figure out how to set up.
We could do one with Ion. That will be a guest episode if we do it with Ion. Which we don't count in the main timeline.
Yes, I'm still trying to figure out if I can set that up. I think I can, but I'm just getting everything.
It'll just be me grilling him for like 2 hours about why the fuck he likes Skyward Sword so much.
True,
dude. What the fuck? But
I mean, okay, like it just I think about that sometimes too, but it's like. It's it's a decent game if you disregard the motion controls.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But regardless, that's not why we're here. So we were able to get, we did an anime review on Free Ren basically the same day the last episode aired. That episode's actually been doing pretty good. Free Ren was really good and it was interesting to talk about. And since we're attending WrestleMania 40, I thought, why not do what we did last year and do a match card prediction
It's my
WrestleMania 40.
it's my yearly power hour of Trent tells me everything I need to know before WrestleMania.
Yep. And you're gonna get it. You're fucking gonna get it this year, mate. Because the build, like, ever since
I am more attuned with it this year for sure. Since old Hunter took over, I'm kind of on the train a lot more.
Hunter has been kicking ass. He has been doing so well lately, and like the man, we got to give him his props. Triple H has been ruling and has been doing everything, like making the near perfect build for most things. There are little discrepancies here and there, but you're always going to have that.
Yeah.
But regardless, like WrestleMania, it's WrestleMania 40. They are genuinely stacking it up to be one of the biggest of all time.
Yeah.
And
I actually was looking at the
really
card
kidding.
earlier while I was at work, and I was like, oh, this is actually, like, fucking kind of wild.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be a good show.
So, but do note whenever people watch this, as what happens with every time we talk about wrestling on WrestleMania, things are bound to change because it's a weekly product. We are literally recording this before the penultimate SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
The next week will be the last
like
Raw
an hour
and
before the last SmackDown, yeah.
Well, the second to last SmackDown.
Second to last one,
then there's next week,
right.
Because there's Raw and SmackDown Hall of Fame.
There's probably going to be
like,
more matches added too.
Yeah, and I believe it was WrestleVotes on Twitter that they're a fairly reputable source, I believe. They said the plan appears to be 7 matches on each night, I believe.
Nice.
And but there's only been 10 matches officially announced across, like, in total. So I'll quickly just tell you about some of the rumored matches which might happen. We don't really have to discuss them, but if they get confirmed or not, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the rumors is the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, defending the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships against Naomi and Bianca Belair, because neither of them have much potential to go on. And Naomi just is still fairly fresh back in the scene.
Yeah, that's right.
And if Bianca wins, this will make her a Triple Crown champion.
Nice.
Which will be impressive.
That is cool.
Yeah. Bobby Lashley versus Karrion Kross. They've been slowly kind of building something with, I believe the Bobby Lashley's faction, like Almighty or whatever, it's just him and Street Profits and B-Fab for some reason. Taking on Karrion, like, they've been beefing with Karrion Kross's Final Testament, which is him, AOP, Authors of Pain. That's an interesting faction, but they fucking suck, and no one cares about them, honestly.
Nice.
No, like they've been doing some semi-interesting storytelling with Karrion Kross, but no one cares. So it hasn't really gone
I thought when you were
anywhere.
talking about Bobby Lashley's faction, the Almighty, I thought you were going to say it's him and God. I was like, that's hype.
I wish it was. That would, like, Bobby Lashley in the Almighty. It's him and the Lord himself. We are recording this. We're recording this on the Easter weekend. The Jesus Christ is going to join the faction.
Bro, if there was SmackDown on Sunday, bro, you already know who's making the run in. Rising from the dead. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ running in and saving Bobby Lashley from the Final Testament. Bro, that's actually hype. That's hype as fuck.
That's kind of fire.
Jesus Christ. Alright, they're cooking. And 2 other ones is the LWO, the Latino World Order, that Rey Mysterio
That's so stupid.
back together. I know. Versus the LDF, Legado del Fantasma. So,
There's a bunch of Hispanic dudes fucking flipping at each other.
That's basically it. The idea, at least according to this website I'm looking at, might be an 8-man tag team match. Rey Mysterio, Carlito, Dragon Lee, and Selena Vega versus Santos Escobar, Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo, and Elektra Lopez. I wish I knew more about each of these wrestlers independently, but I don't. I know...
Who the fuck is Elektra Lopez?
Some female wrestler who I have very little knowledge of, and I apologize ahead of time. Yeah, she's from New Jersey, so I don't know why she's in Legado del Fantasma isn't really a purely Hispanic group, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. And the other possible match is Dominic Mysterio versus Andrade, which could pop off because they have been building this thing of Dominic trying to bring Andrade into the Judgment Day since his return, and I don't think Andrade's going to bite it.
No.
I don't think he's going to go for it. So yeah,
I forgot Andrade came back. That's hype though.
It is hype, and he when he cooks, when he's given the time to cook, because he does his matches are good when they have time to build up. But if he's not given a lot of time on weekly TV, you can't really see a lot, and it's a bit unfortunate. Yeah. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. But I'm keen if he has a longer match with Dominic. I'm sure that will pop off. So,
yes.
And they just did this thing again the other week where Dominic again came out of nowhere and was like, "Hey Ray, fuck you." He fucked over Rey Mysterio again.
Fuck you, Dad.
We don't need Ray and Dominic 2 years in a row. So I think that's where Ray will fight for the LWO and Andrade will fight Dominic. I think that's the idea. But
right.
Whatever. Those are just the rumored matches. Let's get on to what has been confirmed. And again, if more matches get announced after the fact, too bad. It's too fucking bad. So
find us our predictions in whatever Trent decides to, if he decides to record us while we're at WrestleMania. We'll do predictions while we're there.
I don't know if I'll do that much. I don't think I'm going to record much of WrestleMania because I don't think we'll be doing that. But if you see us in person at WrestleMania and want my updated predictions, I'll quickly run it down for you. But you better not waste.
I'll write it on a piece of paper, on the back of the receipt that I got from buying beer.
I'll write it on a sticky note, and it will be really smudged because it'll be in pen. And then I'll give it to you, and you just have to try and decipher it.
Yeah, good luck.
You can figure it out for yourself.
I'll write my prediction in Braille.
Yeah.
And then you can be like...
Braille? Oh.
Yeah, dude.
And fucking intense. Here we go.
I'm not holding back. So I'm going to learn Braille in the next 5 days. Watch me.
Fucking watch me do it. I will. Alright, so there are 10 confirmed matches, and because it's going to be over 2 nights, there has been only really 3 matches delegated to the individual nights.
Right.
So we'll just... I'll talk about everything else before what has been... The main events, essentially, have been confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
But a bit of everything else. So... Alright. So, there will be a triple threat match for the United States Championship, with the champion Logan Paul defending his belt.
Somehow we've gotten to a point in world history where Logan Paul is the United States champion.
Yes, and his beverage company Prime might have an advertising spot right in the center of the ring, which is fucking annoying, and everyone's hoping it is only just for this match and not for the whole show. But because honestly, even us in the nosebleeds, the only thing we'll see if we pay attention to the ring is the little Prime logo. It's I'll fucking neck myself. That's just really unfortunate.
I'll just drink myself under the bleachers.
Yeah. So we have Logan Paul defending the United States Championship against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. So
this is tough.
This one is one of the harder ones to predict, purely because they could keep Logan Paul going if they want. I believe he did re-sign a few months ago, and now that they've got this brand deal, they might want to keep him on.
Right.
But Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, I don't know if either of them will benefit from winning the United States Championship too much.
Yeah.
I, as annoying as it sounds it could be one of those sneaky heel things of Randy hits Kevin with the RKO, he just throws Randy out, pins Kevin, and wins.
I was gonna say, if the championship's gonna change hands, I don't see Logan getting pinned.
Yeah, and I don't understand I don't see what Kevin or Randy would do with the title at this point of time in their careers. Like, Kevin Owens might be able to go on a little bit of a tear, have some really good defenses, but in regards to, like, all of these matches, you want the good guys to win a lot of the bigger ones. This one, I think you could get away with having the heel win. So my prediction will be Logan Paul.
I'm gonna say I'm not. My predictions don't are significantly. They hold a lot less weight. But I'm gonna say Randy just because I think it would be funny.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough. Man just come back from an injury and it's just like, give me the belt. Fuck
yeah. Well, because I think Randy Orton, he's kind of at the point, he's getting on a bit. He could just kind of and no one, he's just such he's been around for so long, and he's this fucking hilarious dude on Twitter. I think we're kind of at the point where everybody kind of, he's just part of it, everybody kind of just loves Randy Orton at this point. Even if he's a heel, we all just kind of it's Randy Orton. I think they could set up some fucking weird shit, wacky shit for him to do, weird feuds and maybe even have, I don't know. I was thinking something along the lines of the open challenge that John Cena did back in the day, but where Randy Orton just faces off against a bunch of people and cheats to win every time or some shit. I could see something like that happening.
I could see something like that happening, but without the cheating aspect, because he hasn't actually been a heel since the pandemic. He's genuinely no, he's been a good guy. He teamed with Matt Riddle before RK Bro for a long time, and they were the funniest duo.
Right.
He went out with an injury, and then he came back, and he's just been a good guy ever since. Because you're right, everyone loves Randy. No one wants to boo him.
Yeah.
So I think they're just keeping
him
I kind of,
because I guess I haven't really seen him since he came back. I kind of imagined him as the guy who's a heel, but everybody cheers him anyway. That's kind of what I envisioned for him. But I mean, even if he's a good guy, that's fine too. Even if I guess if they tried, it might be difficult to portray him as a heel because everybody loves him. But
I reckon they could. They just need him to do something despicable. But he's at he's at the point of his career. It's just no one hates him. Let's just keep him as a face. Why not? There's no downside to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So next, I remember speaking with you about this match potentially happening a year ago, and you said you didn't know how it was going to work. But they're doing it. It's going to be Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso.
Oh,
Brothers
okay.
colliding.
I think happening. I was just I don't know if I'll be able to tell a difference. But I'm assuming they'll be wearing different gear and shit, so...
I think Jay's been wearing predominantly blue and Jimmy red, so
there you go.
Also, this kind of follows an accidentally funny trend that WWE has been doing, where every 15 years they've accidentally had a brother versus brother match. WrestleMania 10 was Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. 25 was Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy. And now 40 is Jey versus Jimmy Uso.
That's funny.
So, whether intentional or not, they've set it up.
Well, shit.
So, they've kept Jimmy and Jey away from each other. As Jimmy... they both flirted with the idea of leaving the bloodline. And then, Jimmy went back. And Jey was, removed from SmackDown, so he went to Raw.
Right.
But Jimmy then went kind of crawling back to the bloodline, I never left, I'm still here, guys, I'm still here. Even though he got, I keep bringing this point up. He's got a brand new entrance theme where he's literally I was born a king, I ran with the pack, but I left that behind me, I'm on my own now. That he literally got a new theme, and then he's never used it because he ran back to the bloodline. It's fucking stupid.
Nice.
So... it's a banger theme, but I have that idea of just he initially ran from the bloodline. Jey joined him. And then I remember now, it was the Bloodline Rules match between Roman and Jey. I forgot at which event, where there was meant to be no interference. But then Jimmy comes in and super kicks Jey, and everyone's like, what the fuck? There's meant to be no interference. And everyone hated it because of that.
Right.
And then Yeah, so Jay left the bloodline, whatever. So, yeah, Jay's the good guy, Jimmy's the bad guy.
Yep.
And Jay's part of this whole thing of everyone versus the bloodline. There was a really cool stare down with Jay, Seth, and Cody staring down Solo, Jimmy, and Roman the other week. That was lit. So yeah, it honestly, this match depends on Jay's got a lot of momentum going behind him. It depends if you want to see good guy Jay win or heel Jimmy win.
Right.
And I think, yeah, the obvious route is to have good guy Jimmy win.
Yeah, I would have. Or do you mean Jay? Is Jay the good guy?
Sorry, good guy Jay. Fuck, I'm getting them mixed up.
Exactly.
It's just the name.
No, I'm inclined to agree. Again, I don't really know much about the build for this one, but I think for a WrestleMania match like this, where it's like, you know, it's the whole brother versus brother thing, and there's been, like, the bloodline thing has been going for a long time now, and Jay's, like, sort of defecting from the bloodline. Like, that storyline's been going for a long time now. So I think the natural thing to do is resolve it, which would mean the good guy winning. So I think Jay, like, if I had to pick one or the other, which is exactly what we're doing, it's predictions, I would say Jay. But, like, I also feel like there could be some, like, interference here that might play into some of the main event stuff as well. I don't know, but it feels like something in this could possibly, like, affect what happens in the later matches between, like, all the world title match stuff.
Yeah, most definitely. It would, like, I feel like there is going to be shenanigans.
Yeah.
In the main event, like, without a doubt. And I can see Jay and Jimmy getting involved somewhat, like they're known to do. But give the cathartic ending to Jay. The main event, Jey Uso. Yeah, right. Give him the dub.
Yeah.
And
main event Jey Uso, not in the main event.
Not in the main event. On the
what a dumbass.
Maybe an opener. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, fair enough. Jey Uso, I think that's pretty clear cut.
Yeah.
Next, just straight singles match between the guys with initials for their names. We have LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
Ooh.
So, the idea of this one, it does sound good. And a little bit of context that I think that I'm going to wrap Karrion Kross back into this. There was a brief time when Karrion Kross first came back that whenever he defeated an opponent or, like, whenever he feuded with someone, because I don't think he won a lot, actually. Yeah, whenever he feuded with someone. Hair. Yeah, now he has hair, so no one likes him.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, whenever he feuded with people, he would incidentally turn the person he feuded with heel. So, like, he feuded with Drew McIntyre, and then very soon after, Drew McIntyre became self-obsessed, fucking a whiny bitch about the bloodline. He became infuriated with everything that happened to him, and he started becoming more of a dick. AJ Styles is one of them as well. He feuded with AJ, and AJ, I think, went out with an injury, and then when he came back, he saved LA Knight from a bloodline beatdown, but then turned on LA Knight. So then it set up Royal Rumble. I think it was Roman, Randy, LA, AJ. 4-way match.
Right.
And in that, it's just kind of built from there. And AJ Styles has been the heel, LA Knight's been the face, and they had a really good angle with AJ, like, cutting a promo in his house. And then he just hears this loud fucking beeping from outside. It's just like, what is going on out there? He storms outside. It's just LA Knight going, yeah, beep, honking a car horn. And then they start fighting on the street. And AJ's wife calls the cops. And they actually have body cam footage of the cops coming in and arresting LA Knight. And while he's getting arrested, he's still shouting, yeah. And it's really good.
Nice.
Like, it's actually really well produced and really well made, like, because it looks very authentic with the body cam footage and everything. So that's their attempt at building this feud,
Right?
And I think it's done well. I think it's done pretty good. So yeah, we have good guy LA Knight, bad guy AJ Styles. What are we thinking?
That's interesting. I do like AJ as a bad guy, but again, I knowing basically nothing. Because my first instinct is like, oh shit, we already have too many good guys winning. AJ should win. But also, at the same time, there's always like, I kind of feel like the WrestleMania, like the 10s, the multiple of 10 WrestleManias, kind of have a lot of good guys winning frequently. Like there's a pattern of that. So yeah, because I don't think AJ would benefit from winning, right? I think it would just kind of put LA Knight down. And as far as I know, LA Knight's kind of been on a roll. So I think that'd be a shame to just, because I like AJ is, I mean, the fact that he's even still in WWE is really cool. But like, again, I think he's kind of at that point in his career like Randy, where he's like, yeah, it's fucking AJ Styles. Like he doesn't need this win necessarily, and I think LA Knight would really do well from it. So just on that, I'm gonna say LA Knight.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree because I think, well, in reality, we actually haven't had too many heels and faces win. Like it's been, I imagine with the rest of the way the rest of the card is going, it might be pretty even. I think so. Giving LA Knight this win, it wouldn't hurt AJ at all.
Yeah.
It would just give LA Knight, because like, even after losing the Roman, he has somehow kept up the momentum, and people have still been cheering him relentlessly. Like, people still love the guy.
Yeah.
So, I think it would work very well.
I mean, like, it's fucking AJ Styles. Jesus, like, no, he doesn't need to prove anything. Just let LA Knight win.
I think he literally just rumored, like put it out there in the world like 2 hours ago that he's probably going to debut new music at WrestleMania 40 as well. So that's
AJ?
his thing. He'll get AJ.
Nice.
So it's just like, oh, there you go. He'll have new music. That will be his big thing. There you go. Lit.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh yeah, LA Knight. That looks like it will work.
Yep.
So all right. Then next we have Gunther defending the Intercontinental Championship against Sami Zayn.
Oh, man.
So, a lot of people were actually a little bit annoyed at this because they have been doing this very good long-term story with Gunther and Chad Gable. And even after Chad Gable lost his match, there was still hints about him coming back to try again. And then they had this really big gauntlet match, which ended with Sammy and Chad, and Sammy won. And a few building up to it,
like a number one contender gauntlet match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and since then, Sammy, Chad has actually been somewhat coaching Sammy. Like, because even last week on Raw, Sammy lost a match against Bronson Reed, and he was fucking pissed off. And Chad Gable was like, "You can't be the happy-go-lucky, carefree Sami Zayn. I'll teach you how to beat Gunther because I've come the closest." So they're actually they're kind of working together to make it happen.
Right.
But there is still always the possibility in the next week that Chad is added to the match. Yeah. And it's made a triple threat.
That seems very possible. Based on how you're telling it.
Yeah, everyone wants fucking Chad Gable to win it. Like, the story has been so natural. It's been wonderful. And, like, out of nowhere, they're like, oh, now we'll give it to Sami Zayn. And they're like, okay, it will be a great match if it is just them two. But even with Chad Gable still in the picture coaching Sami, it's like, why not just put him in? So that's kind of where we're at. This is another tough one.
Yes.
Because in my head, it's almost like this is really speculative. If you add Chad Gable, then you can just have Chad pin Sammy.
Right.
Gunther
Yes.
doesn't lose, but he then is the Intercontinental title's removed from him, and he can go on to challenge for the World Championship.
Yes.
Because he has been undefeated for so long. Well, undefeated in singles matches for so long.
Right.
So, and like I think it was last year, they even had the triple threat with Drew and Sheamus. So it's like, it's just another showcase triple threat intercontinental match if they do that.
Yeah.
But if they stick at it with Gunther and Sammy, it would probably just be a Gunther win.
Yes. I agree, because, I mean, not to spoil anything, but considering Gunther has held it for this long, I do think, like, if there's any time to take it off him, it'd be WrestleMania. And he definitely doesn't need to prove, like, he's already proven his point, right? Like, I'm pretty sure he passed the record recently, isn't that true?
I believe so, yeah.
So he, like, passed the number one longest reign or whatever.
I think that's correct, yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't need to prove anything anymore. But I kind of think that there's going to be another long title reign ending at WrestleMania, so I don't think they're going to do both, you know? So especially if they don't make it a triple threat. If it's just Gunther and Sammy, I think Gunther's going to win.
Yeah. Nah, fair enough. That is the general consensus, but
Yeah.
I do hope they do something with Chad Gable.
Yes.
But who knows?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to tell you this next match,
Okay.
and I'm going to give you no context about the story,
Okay.
and I just want you to basically swing for the fences and give me your opinions.
Okay.
Because this match, I'm going to be fucking glued to when we're watching it live.
Okay.
All right. It is a 6-pack tag team ladder match
Okay.
for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships.
Uh-huh.
All right. We have the champions, the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest,
Uh-huh.
taking on DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Love those fellas.
Versus the Awesome Truth, the Miz and R-Truth.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're back.
That rules.
Versus the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods.
Yep.
Versus either Legado del Fantasma, Angel and Humberto Carrillo, or the New Catch Republic of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, which will be decided on the SmackDown airing very shortly.
Mhm.
I personally think it's going to be the New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Yes,
So,
I would agree with that.
yeah.
So it's definitely not the New Day. It's not going to be either one of the guys added last minute. I have a hard time seeing them keeping it on the Judgment Day, but it could happen. That kind of wait. What were that rules out 3? That's 3. So there's the Awesome Truth. There's DIY
and Judgment Day.
I already said Judgment Day. Who's the 6th one?
So yeah, Judgment Day, DIY, Awesome Truth, New Day.
I said New Day.
Oh yeah, hold on, you're right. Sorry, there's another one that's also to be determined on the SmackDown tonight. A-Town Down Under, which is Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, or the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford.
Okay, well, it's not gonna be them either. So, I would say, oh man, in my heart of hearts, I want it to be DIY. But I almost see them doing Awesome Truth. Like, it's got to be either Judgment Day or Awesome Truth. I could see DIY. Like, DIY is like the dark horse for me, but I think it's going to be either Judgment Day or Awesome Truth. I'm going to say Awesome Truth just because it would be hilarious.
Well, that's the thing. I think that's actually what they're kind of going for.
That would make sense, because like bringing them back like this at this point kind of feels like they're gonna swing for the fences.
The way they brought them back was fucking stupid, but it was also awesome.
All right,
that's
sounds about right.
Yeah, because they've been doing this feud for a while with R-Truth ever since he came back from injury. He's like, just for months, he was just like thought he was a part of Judgment Day for some reason.
Yes, I remember that.
And they were the funniest skits around. They were just fucking hilarious. And then there was just a random tag team match where they just put Miz and R-Truth back together, and and it just clicked, and they were like, Miz, like, Truth, we won. We should like reunite Awesome Truth. And he's just like, no, I'm part of Judgment Day. I can't do that. But they kept circumstances kept letting them teaming together, and then it finally eventually clicked to R-Truth that Judgment Day doesn't like him, like, after ages, and then he's just like, oh no, they're trying to kill me, man, they're trying to kill. And he's just fucking losing his mind, and the Miz was helping him out, and it genuinely, it kind of just works, like bringing Awesome Truth back, like the strangest team from 2011, like, or something like that. But I'm so glad they did. And
especially because it feels like Miz hasn't been doing anything recently. So
I know
that's good. It can only be a good thing.
Okay.
Shit. You know what? Like, I think, like, even me as someone, I don't follow any, like, I practically follow no wrestling accounts, like, on Twitter anymore. I think I only follow, like, maybe some of the Cultaholic boys, and that's it. But even then, I still got the R-Truth skits on my timeline. So I know how much waves they've been making. So I totally see them putting the belts on them. 100%. Like, I think it's too, like, because if it's been working that well, I just don't think they'll pass up this opportunity. Because, like, if they don't do it now, they'll never be able to, I think. So, yeah, I'd say just go for it. Like, just go all in, you know, fucking just put all the eggs into that basket and just see where it goes. Because, I mean, because I think just given the nature of Awesome Truth and them kind of being a sort of comedic tag team by nature, it could also, like, you could very easily take the belts off of them and it would feel like it would make sense as well. So, like, at any point down the line. Like, they could defend the belts just as easily as they could lose them. So,
yeah,
I think I say, yeah, that would make sense to me. Just do it.
One additional thing with this, because it was announced, the 6-pack tag team ladder match, it was announced in unison by both Raw and SmackDown general managers. There's an idea floating around of either when the belts are like hoisted in the air, they'll show off new belts of the unified titles, tag team titles, because there's still the separate blue and red titles at the minute.
Oh, really?
Judgment Day is just carrying them around, and it's annoying. So either one of two ideas: they'll either have the new belts, the new design of the unified belts hoisted up, or it will be the two separate belts. And one of the ideas was that R-Truth will only pull down one of the two colored belts, like either the blue or the red ones, and claim he's won. And then Judgment Day will pull down the other ones, and then they split the belts back up.
Oh my God.
That was another stupid idea that might happen.
Right.
Like, that way Judgment Day still have a title, but then Awesome Truth also win a title.
Yes.
But it could go either way. I personally would like I don't like the idea of having... There are a lot of tag teams, admittedly, nowadays.
Yes.
But I still like the idea of a single tag team championship.
Right.
Personally.
Yeah.
So,
I would agree.
But if we see those 4 belts of red and blue all above the ladder, we really need to hedge our bets on what if someone just pulls down one colored belt.
Right.
Like, we really need to hedge our bets. Alright.
But yeah, like,
we have...
It's all good.
Yeah, that'd be funny. We have, for the Women's World Championship, we have Rhea Ripley defending the title against Becky Lynch.
Man. Whew. So, Rhea's the champion right now, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Man. That's tough. Especially because I don't know what Becky's been doing since she came back. But
Well, I don't know. I don't know either, honestly, because Becky Lynch, she's just been kind of there. Sort of winning, sort of not. And even the way she got to the title match was a bit strange. Rhea has just been on a fucking tear lately.
mm-hmm.
Like, Rhea Ripley has been kicking ass and
Taking names.
like just taking names, being the dominant champion. And Becky Lynch, well, that's right, she won the Elimination Chamber
Mm-hmm.
to get to this point.
Okay.
I think Becky Lynch has done enough.
Yes.
I think she's won enough belts. She's made a legacy. She published her own book lately.
She had a kid.
And she had a kid. That was a thing. And I
and the kid came out of, and the kid came out like, ha ha ha. Just immediately.
Oh my god! You can tell it's Seth
Oh my
Rollins'
god!
child.
He has his dad's laugh.
Just instead of a crying baby, he's just.
And the doctor's like, I think there's something wrong with this baby.
No.
Don't worry about it, Doc. That's fine. That's what we expected.
See,
yeah, I agree. I think Rhea's gonna win.
Personally, yeah. So that's the thing. This is what I reckon. Like, I'll actually no, I'll say it at the end of the night, the end of the podcast. But yeah, personally, I think Rhea Ripley's reign has been that dominant, and she's put on really good matches the whole way through. And there have been at times where she's had viable contenders, but then there's been times where she hasn't had to defend the belt because she's been doing stuff with Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like let Rhea take the dub. Like,
yes, I agree.
The reign.
This is another one of those things where Becky doesn't need to win. Like, she had her bit, where she was like the fucking ultra mega baby face. She's good. And Rhea's still like, she's pretty young. Like, she's like late 20s maybe, or maybe 30. Like, she's young. Just Rhea can keep going for a long time. Like, make her look good. Make Rhea look good. That should be top priority, I think.
That's hard not to do.
Yeah.
She, by default, woman is top tier. But
someone's down bad.
Dude, everyone knows. Everyone knows. Everyone here knows. Everyone, like, from where she came from Riot City, and all the Adelaide promotions, they all know she's fucking really good. Yeah. She's top tier. So we're just happy someone from Adelaide is a champion right now. It's lit. So yeah, let her keep the title, I reckon. Yeah. The next for the WWE Women's Championship is Io Sky defending the title against Bayley. So, luckily, they actually had a bit of a feud coming up to this. Mm-hmm. I believe it was either SummerSlam 22 or 23.
I forgot Io cashed in Money in the Bank. That's right. Yeah. I do remember.
It was either SummerSlam 22 or 23. I think it was 22. Where Bayley formed Damage Control after all of the
that
fucking.
Didn't last long.
It did actually. It lasted 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I forgot
after fucking a lot of the mass layoffs resulting in a lot of wrestlers being fired. Io Sky, or Io Shirai at the time, and Dakota Kai returned and formed Damage Control with Bayley. And it was good. It was fine. They didn't really accomplish much. They didn't win a lot of their feuds, but they were still a fairly dominant, consistent thing on TV. And then eventually they bring Asuka into the fold. This is just the past 6 months. They bring Asuka into the fold, And it was either actually it was either Asuka or Kairi Sane first. I forgot which one first joined, but things were slowly starting to degrade as all the Dakota Kai was injured, so she was just kind of off screen. Then all the Japanese Joshi wrestlers started coming together and talking shit about Bayley because she was starting to be the one that lost all the matches. So they were actually just slagging her off, saying, "Nah, get fucked." So then,
right,
all she would do is then Io would then cash in Money in the Bank, win the title. Bayley would help her defend it, but they would all they would all continue giving her shit, and then Dakota Kai returns, and she actually is pretty fluent in Japanese, I believe, so she was able to understand what they were saying and slagging off Bayley and just sort of agreeing. And then eventually, Bayley was kicked out. Even though she formed Damage Control, she was the weak link in their eyes, and they will beat down Bayley. And yeah, Asuka and Kairi are the tag team champions. Io is the WWE Women's Champion, and Dakota Kai is just kind of there as well. But yeah, so they're as a unit, they're Damage Control now without Bayley. And personally, I think Bayley is going to have her moment. I think she's going to win. Get her.
Yeah, I see that. Especially if Rhea retains. 100%, I think Bayley's going to win.
Yeah. I reckon, have the heel Rhea Ripley win the title and then let face Bayley. She hasn't reverted back to Hugger. She's still... whatever she's doing now, just as a face.
I don't think she needs to.
I don't think I do not think she needs to either. But yeah, she is. I reckon it's her time because she got screwed over. She's been slandered for the past few months by her former teammates. I reckon, it's the perfect come-up-and story.
Yes.
So let it happen.
Yeah, definitely. It's been Bayley going face again has been a long time coming, so definitely go for it, I say. So, yeah. I don't really have... assuming there's only, if there actually really is only 7 matches at each night, hopefully they give this one, and hopefully Rhea and Becky too, hopefully they give both these matches a lot of time, because this Bayley and Io Sky sounds really good.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully they get a lot of time to do their thing, because this sounds like a great match. So,
yeah, 100%.
Big fan.
All right, and now on to the last 3 matches, the main events in their own rights. So, main event of night 1 will be The Rock and Roman Reigns of the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and the World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins. What a guy.
Freaking Rollins. I still hate it. If Rhodes and Rollins win the match...
Yeah, I saw
If Rhodes and Rollins win the match, all members of the Bloodline will be barred from ringside during the main event on night 2. But if Rock and Reigns win, the championship match will be held under Bloodline rules. What does that mean? Well...
Please tell me, I have no idea.
It's fucking essentially... It's basically no disqualification, and the idea was initially, when they first came up with it, for Roman versus Jay, it would be no interference, but then there was interference, so they kind of immediately went back on that. So basically, there will just be a lot of bloodline-related stuff ringside, and it will just kind of look a little bit different and be no disqualification.
Well, I thought it was going to be it's Extreme Rules, but there's just a bunch of, instead of the normal weapons, there's just a bunch of signs or some shit that just say "acknowledge me" on them, and those are the weapons.
Yeah. There's a chair that says "acknowledge me."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's bloodline
So
rules. There you go.
there is apparently
You can have that one,
theory.
Hunter.
Hunter, take it and roll with it.
You can have that one.
We expect our check in the mail.
Yeah.
The theory behind this. So there is a theory, a game theory, if you will.
Okay. Yes.
People are predicting that
in honor of the late great Matthew Patrick.
the late great Matthew Patrick, may he rest in peace. Theory is that
you couldn't see it, but I did like a Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and then a kiss.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
Oh, good.
Mwah.
Oh, my God.
All right, yeah. Well, let's hear the game theory. I need to know.
The game theory is that the bloodline will win.
I was thinking that, actually, yeah, I kind of... that because my thought process, right, before you go on, when I was looking at the card earlier, I thought it makes the most sense, because this is exactly what happened with Daniel Bryan. Stack the odds against Cody, and then still have Cody win, right? Like, that is what makes the most sense to me. Like, even if it means The Rock winning at WrestleMania, which is stupid, but in 2024. But if you stack the odds against Cody and then he just still wins, that's just gonna make it even more emotional at the end. So that makes sense to me. I think that's
precisely it. Yeah. So yeah, people thinking bloodline win, they might even pin Cody, Rock pinning Cody or something like that. Like that would be fucked. And then
that would be stupid.
Night 2 under bloodline rules. People are thinking that they've been doing a lot of hints of people that the bloodline have screwed over in the past coming in to help Cody win. So, it's the idea of
I can see that.
Roman and Cody in the ring, bloody Jimmy, Solo Sikoa, The Rock, all on the outside, and Paul Heyman, all on the outside, being dicks. It's no disqualification, and then Jey Uso and Seth Rollins as well, and a bunch of other people that have been fucked over come out to help. And they actually just did a really good tease at the on the last Raw, second to last Raw. The Rock did a beatdown on Cody Rhodes.
And, I saw that.
In the background, they purposely had one of the older production trucks, not one of the newer production trucks. It was purposely one of the older production trucks with John Cena and Steve Austin on it.
Oh.
And people are thinking, because Roman Reigns has beaten John Cena, and The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin have had their big feud, and Steve Austin returned a year or two ago to fight Kevin Owens. He can still go. People are thinking,
he can at least walk down to the ring and do a stunner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So people are saying, well, actually, no. In that last match against Kevin Owens, he was taking bumps on concrete. That man was a fucking menace. They went all throughout. They were doing shit you would not expect.
That's
Stone
crazy.
Cold to do. Yeah, so he can actually still go legitimately. It was nuts.
Nice.
But so people are thinking Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, John Cena, Stone Cold, they all come out, fuck up the bloodline, even the odds. And then Cody goes on.
That would be awesome. That would be really cool.
And then Cody goes on to beat Roman. That legitimately would be fucking nuts. That would be incredible.
that would be, because that almost sounds like, that almost sounds like something Triple H would do, but it's the culmination of Roman's super long reign with the championship, right? Because he's been holding on to it for so long, screwing people over, and this has to be the moment he loses it. It has to be.
I swear to God, if
it has to be the moment. It has to be the moment Cody wins, and so Cody, I think, is going to win regardless. But it would just make it all the more hype and just feel all the more complete as just a long in terms of long-term storytelling if they did that, right, where they brought all of these people back who Roman has screwed over in like the past 2 or 3, 4, however many years. So yeah, that would be great. Like even if but even if they don't do that, Cody is still gonna win. He has to.
Like,
he has
even
to.
if they don't do all that shit, yeah. No matter what, it's time.
It's time.
I don't care about breaking the longest ever record of the WWE champion. I don't give a fuck. I'm done with Roman Reigns. Just let Cody Rhodes have the dub. Please.
Yes.
He
didn't win the Royal Rumble for the second year in a row to fucking lose this one.
Lose the second year in a row.
Yeah. He has to win.
Yeah. And whilst that is the main event, most likely, they've been touting on night 2, like, oh, there'll be co-main event. It'll be Roman Reigns versus Cody. It'll also be Seth frickin' Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre with CM Punk on
commentary.
Let's Punk go. Brooks CM chick fucker Punk
chick
on
magnet
commentary.
Chick magnet Punk.
Yes. And that will be hype no matter what.
Yes.
Drew. I just dead ass Drew.
Wow.
This is like Seth has had this belt since it was first reinstated, first brought back, and I think he's had a very successful reign. And in my head, in my brain, in my machinations, I feel like what better way to start a new era of WWE than with 2 heel champions and 2 face champions. Rhea Ripley and Drew McIntyre as the heel champions, Bayley and Cody Rhodes as the face champions. That's my fucking vision. And I hope it's Triple H's vision as well.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that Seth would retain just because Cody's I'm so all in on Cody winning. And I just as a general rule, I think like it might be too much to change both world titles in the same night. But this is WrestleMania 40 where rules go out the window. That's the tagline. I made it up. But
nice.
No, like, because I don't know too much about the build-up, and I don't know much about how Drew's been received as a heel since he turned, other than like that one clip I watched where he was in the ring with Punk or whatever. Or he wasn't even in the ring. He sat next to Michael Cole. But if, in fairness, even if as a heel, Drew definitely deserves to win a championship in front of a crowd. So, even if they boo the shit out of him. So, yeah, I'm on board. Because because just as much as I can't see, like, I have a hard time seeing both championships changing hands, I also don't really like the idea of having 2 face champions. So yeah, I'm on board. I've been won over.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So
there's always that additional caveat, this little annoying prick in the corner, which could always fuck over like everything, I guess. I don't think anything's going to happen at WrestleMania itself, but remember, Damian Priest still has the Money in the Bank contract.
Oh, God.
And one of the ideas, I was talking about this with Jaden in the car. Right. I know. One of the ideas, I was talking to Jaden in the car about this. Drew McIntyre, like Judgment Day lose the tag team titles. Drew McIntyre wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Then on the Raw after Mania, Damian cashes in, beats Drew for the World Heavyweight Championship. Because Drew's heel run has been basically fully dependent on him being a justified asshole. It started off purely with, fuck you, Jey Uso. I don't care you're a good guy now. You and the bloodline fucked me over so many times. I don't care. Fuck you. I don't care if the crowd loves you. I hate you. And that was it. That's how it started. And then, even though, like, in some of his matches, the bloodline or the Judgment Day have interfered to help him win by accident just because they've been targeting the face, Drew hasn't been saying anything. Like, oh, I didn't tell them to come out and help, but they did. I'll accept their help. And then, yeah, he teamed with Judgment Day in the Survivor Series War Game, and he wasn't actually a member of Judgment Day. He was just helping them out, and he's more willing to do heelish shit. And then, like, yeah, he's taking the accolade of, I injured CM Punk at the Royal Rumble. That was me. I did that. I'm the reason you don't get to see CM Punk. And, like, this, he's a justified asshole, which is slowly, like, delving into, like, just delusions. But it's working. And people laugh when he says funny shit on the mic, like, don't shoot up my kill you perv. Like, people think he's fucking hilarious, but he's being a dick. And it is a very good heel, like, persona he's playing. So, imagine he wins the title, finally, but then Damian Priest fucks him over, wins the title with the briefcase, he would lose his fucking shit. He would go off the walls, deranged motherfucker after that. And I think that would be a really good direction, but again, that's just my idea.
Right.
But I could definitely see shit like that happen.
Yeah, I mean, you can only hold the briefcase for a year, right? Like, we're coming up on a deadline.
We are. Like, how long has he held it? Actually, that's a good point. It's been nearly a year.
But yeah, like I could definitely see that. But yeah, like, this one's definitely a toss up for me. But the more you talk about it, the more I think Drew is probably gonna win. But yeah, like, I've
been molding over these ideas for a while. So, nice. Like, I could be proven wrong instantly. Damian Priest could just fucking, like, cash in and win the United States Championship or something else fucking stupid like Austin Theory did. Like, everything could easily not go by, like, the way I'm thinking.
Right.
But I'm just thinking, in the grand scheme of WrestleMania 40, having the biggest thing happen for all these wrestlers, like, yeah. That's just my ideas, what I've been thinking.
All right. No, I'm on board. Because, I mean, again, like, I don't know much, but Drew, like, I do think he is kind of funny, and his charisma just really, like, he can pull off whatever he wants, and I think the heel character could definitely work. But yeah, like, that'd be a really interesting direction for it, for sure. But even if that doesn't happen, like, Drew winning, I wouldn't complain. I don't think I would complain about either one winning here. Depending on how it happens. But yeah, like, and I think this is probably, like, I did kind of want to see CM Punk wrestle just to see what would happen, but out of, like, morbid curiosity. But yeah. I do think this is probably better, because I don't know what they would have done, because Seth isn't he's, like, technically a face. He's, like, sort of this tweener sort of guy. But he's technically a face because everyone likes him. But I think this is better. Like, it's probably just it's a better match setup, you know, with, like, Drew as the definitive heel and Seth as the definitive face. So yeah, like, I like, even if Seth versus CM Punk would have happened, it probably would have been, well, you know, we can only hope it would have been good. But this is just, I think this will make for a better story. So, regardless of which way it goes, I'm all right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, there you go. That is the full
obviously, we're not going to talk about the last one because Cody's got a better fucking win,
bro. On God, fucking Cody better goddamn win. I swear to God. I will burn Philadelphia to the ground if fucking Cody doesn't win. I will
Real.
get shot in the process.
That's
It will
real,
suck
actually.
for me. It will suck for me, but it's just the way it is.
To get arrested in another country.
Yeah. I could not stand it if Roman won again.
No, I would.
I
I
could
would
just-
like. I would commit war crimes as well.
Good. Help me.
Yeah.
Help me commit war crimes.
Yeah. That. I
This
mean,
is a
God,
joke.
it just better. God, he better fucking win.
But yeah, that is the match card as of right now. Before the final SmackDown and Raw. Of WrestleMania 40 and our predictions. Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think in your ideas, your machinations, your stories you want out of WrestleMania. There was meant to be there was meant to be a Brock Lesnar match as well, but since he was kind of indicted with the Vince McMahon allegations, that's been swiftly removed.
Nice.
So that's very sucky because I had that nightmare about Brock Lesnar that one time. I would have liked to see him wrestle, but you know, it's fine. It is the way it is.
Whatever.
But yeah, that WrestleMania 40 looks like it is legitimately going to be one of the biggest manias of all time. And I am still. It's not really hit me properly that we're getting the opportunity to see that live.
Oh yeah.
That's fucked. That's nuts.
It's gonna be hype. I'm gonna get some popcorn. Fucking chill out. I'm gonna be vibing. Oh, I'm gonna be having a great time. I'm gonna get some popcorn, some peanuts, maybe some hot dogs. Oh man, stadium food is my shit.
Dude, hot dogs. Oh,
I'm gonna be broke by the end of it, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna be worth it.
Dude, I'm just gonna be there singing Kingdom, and like
the whole time, even when it's not playing.
Yeah, the whole time. I'm gonna have it on a loop, just singing it. I'm gonna be singing the loop, and then like I was seeing the other side like occasionally, once or twice. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna be vibing the whole time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
You're gonna be like singing that. I'm gonna be like eating popcorn. I'll be like, I don't know this guy. Like he's on his own. Like
if you believe yours is, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, what is I like scooch one seat over and be like, no, I don't know this guy.
I don't know this fella. Get him away from me.
Yeah. I feel threatened.
You said before you've been to one Raw live event, maybe.
Yeah, I went to a Raw live event when I was very young. I think it was a Raw live event. My dad still talks about it. Like when I talked about when I told Dad about WrestleMania, because I think it was me, my brother, one of my brothers, and my dad who went. I was very young. I was like maybe 10 or 11, maybe 12. But my dad still vividly remembers like how pissed off the audience got when The Miz was talking. Because it was around that era where The Miz was like the ultimate heel that everybody hated. But it was a live event. It was like as a house show. And then I think it was like 2019, maybe 2018. I went to a Raw in Richmond, an actual like a TV Raw event. That was in Richmond, and it was like a last minute thing, so I ended up going on my own because I didn't have anybody to invite. It was a Monday fucking night, so it was like I just ended up going on my own. And I just that's literally what I sat in like my high up seat, bought some popcorn, and just fucking enjoyed myself the whole time. I don't remember exactly when it was, but yeah, I've only been to that one Raw. But that's it. I haven't been to any like big. Definitely never been to a pay-per-view, let alone any WrestleMania. So this will be huge. I have been to Eagle Stadium though, to Lincoln Memorial Field where the event is held. I have been there. I think I saw the Eagles play once, but yeah, I've been to the stadium, but I have not been to such a big wrestling event. So
I'm keen to just figure out, like, just to see, all right, how much of the ring can we actually see from where we are?
yeah,
Like, I'm sure it will be fine. But it's just like, yeah, well, I know we're gonna need those tellies, but it's fine. It's good.
yeah.
I'm just, the vibes are gonna be immaculate though. Like, I'm gonna need fucking earplugs. My ears are gonna get blown out. Like,
I mean, you should bring them if you do have trouble with that. You should.
I don't typically, but I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
No.
To have some just in case.
Yeah.
But I've never been to such a big fucking show before, because, like, at most I might have been, like, amongst 8,000, 10,000 people for a footy game. That, like, wrestling, like, for anything else, I've never been to such a big show. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, if you've never been to an American football game, definitely consider bringing earplugs. And you haven't because you've never been here. But yeah, like because the crazy thing is American football games, because it's in a football stadium, they are already like, oh man, what's the fucking, here we go. What's the capacity of the Eagles Stadium? Let's find out.
In financial field.
67,594 is the full capacity. Usually, right? That's when football is happening. They make room on the ground, right? For another probably like tens of thousands of people, maybe like maybe 10 to 20,000 more people on the floor, where the field usually is. So it's going to be upwards of 100,000 people in this stadium.
2 nights in a row.
2 nights in a row. Yeah. So if you're worried about it, I'd recommend it.
I genuinely have not had problems with hearing before, like when it comes to loud audiences. Like when I was younger, I had ear problems, but it's fine nowadays. But like, I think just as a precaution, I
genuinely, like, dude, as soon as you said when you were younger you had ear problems, you should bring fucking like, I'm not playing around, dude. This shit it's gonna be really loud.
Yeah, I might. I'll do that.
You really, like, you really should. Like, don't fucking, like, don't try to be hard ass. Like, protect your ears, dog.
Yeah. I'll bring some. I'm gonna be safe about it.
Yeah.
But yeah. This is gonna be good. I'm very excited. I just hope they don't fuck things up. I doubt they will. I believe in Triple H. Hashtag I believe in Triple H.
Yeah, they usually stick the landings on these WrestleManias, so hopefully they... Yeah. Well, like, you know, WrestleMania 10, 20, 30. So hopefully they stick the landing here. I'm assuming they will. No way Cody's gonna lose 2 years in a row!
Ain't no fucking way.
I just knocked on wood. Really hard.
Hold on. Alright, I did it too.
Really hard.
Alright.
Okay, well, great. WrestleMania.
That is all we have for you, lads. Next time you hear from us, it might be some of the pre-recorded Persona 3 episodes. But
yes, very
soon you will hear and see us in person.
Yes, it's true.
Together. Making
and honestly, probably before any of that happens, it might be one of the Persona 3 episodes we recorded in person.
Most likely one of the Persona 3 episodes, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We hope you've been enjoying all the content and all the more content you'll be getting.
Yep.
There'll be some other stuff either on Firestorm, some stuff on my channel as well that you'll get from the pair of us. So
yes.
And if you want to do something for your channel, either of your channels, we can do that. It's entirely up to you. But I think it's mostly going to be Firestorm stuff.
Yeah, it's probably mostly going to be Firestorm stuff. We still have a lot of... I assumed we're not going to you mentioned at the end of the last Persona thing that that would be the last time we record, so I haven't grinded yet. I'm gonna do that after this. But so yeah, I'm assuming. But yeah, I'm gonna go grind, and then we're gonna see what happens. We have a lot of game to get through. Was my point. We still have a lot of Persona to get through.
Yes, we do. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Let us know your thoughts about WrestleMania, your predictions in the comments, and subscribe to FireStorm. You definitely need to.
That's this channel. That's this one. That is right here already.
That is what this is. Yes. But do it. Do it, you bitch.
Pussy.
See you later.
Bye.